I caught a very interesting conversation, or maybe it was more like an exchange on The Breakfast Club between comedian and media personality Jess Hilarious and rapper Sexyy Red. Take a listen.
She said, I don't mess with you, Jess. And I said, why? She said, because you be sneak dissing. I said, all right, tell me what's wrong. Tell me about it. What's up?
I don't mess with you.
All right, let me know why.
You be sneak dissing.
All right, how do you feel like I sneak diss?
I see everything. I was trying to make sure y'all wasn't sneak dissing before I came up here too.
Where we sneak diss?
I check everything.
Where we sneak
I don't
diss?
believe in
Y'all
sneak dissing.
didn't. I ain't seen nothing.
She talking about me.
What kind of sneak dissing you would do,
like?
Jess?
For real, I'm telling you, for real. I'm asking you.
Miss
That
Red?
shit don't know.
No. All right, look, because I don't agree with everything. Because I don't agree I don't
when
sneak
somebody
diss.
bring me up, I just don't like being brought up, especially when people talking shit and all that. Like,
I've
Jess
talked
is a
shit
comedian
about
too
you.
now.
No,
I'm a
Charlamagne,
comedian.
let me handle
You're a
this.
comedian.
So, what? So, because I don't agree with everything, I'm sneak dissing. I've never said I didn't like you. I listened to your music. I gotta be
it ain't
hating
even
on
one or
you?
twice. Like, I just be hearing shit. Like, I be seeing shit on the internet.
Right.
It be a couple times I done seen you comment under something under Instagram that got something to do with me. Like, I just be like, why does she keep?
But
telling
I
me?
have never. It's
I
never.
seen you on her talking about me before. So y'all trying to
Yeah, I
play
report
crazy?
on you all the time. I report.
That's what I'm saying.
You're always in the media, whether it's something good or something bad, sexy. Like, come on.
Can you apologize to me first?
Oh, shit.
Sexy. I
Oh,
apologize for offending you in any way. I do not have beef with you.
Okay.
I just don't agree with everything you do and say.
Okay.
But I do love you as an artist. I love you as a woman. period.
Right, because I heard you
There you
listening
go.
to my songs, and then that
Right.
was before, and then that's when
Dancing
after
to
that
'em and-
I seen you down talking on me.
I'm so glad that conversation ended on a good note. I give Jess Hilarious a lot of credit because she exhibited a lot of maturity. And I also give Sexyy Red a lot of credit for at least giving Jess an opportunity to rectify whatever mistake she felt like she made. But I'm fucking bothered because this particular conversation reminded me of the conversations us black women of a certain age need to be having with younger black women. Now, I'll be totally honest. I don't listen to Sexyy Red's music, and that is no diss to her at all. It's more because I don't necessarily connect to it. But trust me, in college and beyond, I was hanging on Lil' Kim's every word and memorizing every filthy chant. I am not throwing stones from this glass house. And while I know Sexyy Red does not represent every woman of her generation, I do feel as if the generational gap is widening among black women because a lot of us aren't willing to do what Jess Hilarious did during this interview, which is try to understand where these young people are coming from. Listen, I get it. It's not easy talking to young people these days. I'm a mid-70s baby, and I feel like a lot of young people are speaking an entirely different language. They on some other shit. We're quick to call them soft, spoiled, entitled, sensitive, all the names. And I have to laugh because, well, the generation that preceded mine definitely said some of the same things about us because that was the generation that caught the tail end of Jim Crow, went through segregation, seeing Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and President John F. Kennedy assassinated. They were absolutely traumatized, and the only thing they were told was to suck it up and keep it moving. They can't even talk about some of the shit they went through still. But I am particularly worried about the Sexyy Red generation of women, otherwise known as Gen Z, because while they definitely are less likely to drop out of high school than millennials, and the teen birth rate is a third lower than millennials, young black women are still struggling in a lot of ways. Black female high schoolers are 60% more likely than their white counterparts to attempt suicide. Researchers in general have found Gen Z to be the most stressed and anxious to date. These kids experienced a whole pandemic where we were getting food and toilet paper rations. So these Gen Zers already know that strong black girl magic shit, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. If we want these young black girls and women to be better off than we were, at least mentally, that starts with us being honest about what we've done and what we've been through. Nobody likes a hypocrite. A lot of us have unhealed relationships with our own parents, especially our mothers, and some of that has made it even harder for us to communicate, befriend, and mentor younger women. We came from the school of do as I say, not as I do. And these young people ain't falling for that today. We have to figure out a way to connect with these young people without constantly shaming them. Now, that of course does not mean we shouldn't hold them accountable when in conversation or in conflict and try to get them to see the bigger picture. If you on some bullshit and we tell you you on some bullshit, your first instinct shouldn't be to get defensive, but to ask yourself, Am I on some bullshit? Now, during this interview, Sexyy Red admitted that she sometimes just says shit to say it, and she's just trolling people because they're going to think what they want about her anyway. And as some of you know, I got on Sexyy Red's case recently because of some ignorant comments she made about Donald Trump, where she said she missed him in office because of the stimulus checks. Because if you're going to use your platform to discuss politics, I need you to at least be informed. He didn't give anybody any stimulus money. Congress did. And given what a threat he is to democracy and his general feelings toward people who look like Sexyy Red, that wasn't the move. In general, I thought Sexyy Red in this interview came off as authentic and genuine, and while she is not responsible for raising anybody's kids as it relates to her lyrics, I hope she begins to understand the power of her influence. Young girls and women are watching her, and while she talked about the community service that she does in St. Louis, that isn't what they always see or hear. Stay unbothered.